What's up, everybody? I'm Dr. Jordan Weber. I've been sitting for the past 2 hours, and so I'm about to do my stretching, and I thought I'd film it and let you know how I stretch after I've been sitting. Well, the best thing to do would probably be to go walk a couple miles and just, relieve my energy, but I've already walked 5 miles today, and really right now I'm working on mobility. So what I'm going to do is start working on my knees and my hips, because they've been just sitting and my knees have been a little past 90, and I've been just sitting in a chair for the past 2 hours. So I'm going to do some stretches today with you if you'd like. So the first thing I'm going to do is get into my 90-90 position. If there's a line or an X, it always helps putting your back knee right on that X or line and lining this leg with the front foot, okay? Front foot and leg, okay? Trail leg or back leg. And what we're gonna do here is face our front knee and shift our whole chest toward that direction. We're gonna use our hands like kickstands, like a bike, and we're just gonna hold ourselves up in place. From here, what we wanna do is make sure our front knee and back knee are at a 90 degree, and our hips are also at a 90 degree, so we should be making a full, nice looking square right here, okay? What we're gonna do is face forward. The femur is straight out in front of the hip here, and the opposite femur is abducted, and your back leg is in internal rotation, okay? The front leg is in external rotation, and both knees are bent at 90 degrees. We're gonna dorsiflex the feet, keep it consistent here. We're going to face forward, keep the chest up, and what we're going to do is start leaning forward, and you should start feeling that in your front glute. Now, if you start feeling this in this hip here, that's basically telling you that you got a lot of neurological tension going on right now, and you might need to just open that back hip up, or at any time you can just go to butterfly. Okay, so we're going to hold this position here for about 2 minutes. Face this direction, chest is high. Just inhale for 4, exhale for 8. Starting in 90-90, front leg and external rotation, trail leg and internal rotation, facing forward, chest is high, leaning forward, feeling the front stretch in the front glute, leaning a little bit more forward, straightening the back. Pretend there's a block here, and you're squeezing that block. Gonna hold for about another minute. Make sure this knee is contacting the floor. If you need to put a pillow underneath your hips here, you can also do that. You can bend your knees as much or as little as you need if this is uncomfortable. Now from here, we're going to start pressing this foot into the ground, about 5% effort, barely a little bit. We're going to work that effort to 10%, all the way to 15%. Now we're going to lead up to the calf and knee all the way to 20% effort. 25 to 30% effort, start pressing the thigh into the ground. And then from here, pressing the hands, squeezing the abs at 30%. Back leg, trail foot, about 50% effort of the entire body. Slowly ramping up this isometric contraction of the foot and knee into the ground. Building up the tension inside of the body here. Full body becomes engaged, 30 to 50% effort. From here, we're going to go from 50 to 100% effort at your safest and greatest effort. We're going to slowly progress. So we're not going from 50 to 100, but we're going to slowly progress. Once we hit our 100% effort, we're going to hold that for about 10 seconds. So So once you hit an effort where you don't think you can hold for more than 10 seconds, stay right there. As long as there's no pain, push as hard as you can. So now we're at about 100% effort. I'm going to hold it for 10 seconds. And then from here, keep pushing into the ground. I want you to pull the knee and foot up toward the sky. Squeeze the abs. I want everything still engaged. Pull it up. Hold it. 10. Higher. 7, 6, 5. Pull it up. 4, 3, 2, and slowly bring it down. Just breathe passively. Maybe lean a little bit more or further into your end range here. Now we're going to hold on to the foot. Okay. Same sided or the opposite hand, reaching the opposite foot. Opposite hand over here, or left arm over here is supporting ourselves. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to pull this up, just the foot. Hold it here, just feel that stretch. Then we're going to let go. We're going to try to hold the foot in the air, but we're going to try to keep the knee down. Here we go. And hold it for 3 seconds. 2, 1. And inhale, hold, irradiate, and let go, and then try to hold it up. One more. And then release it down. Go further into your end range here. And then come back. From here, we're going to just move into some kinetic stretches in that front leg. We're going to try, if you have a wall or support, you can. Otherwise, we're going to try this without the wall. We're going to try to go into that stretch in a kinetic fashion. So we're going to go, it's going to look something like this, and then back. So we're going to take an inhale, radiate, lean forward, and then drive or push into the ground. So we're going to try to pull into the ground, and then push away from the ground here. Okay, so here we go. Two more. One more. All right, now we're going to transition out of here. We've been here for a little bit. Take a couple more inhales and exhales here. Now, if you can't do this entirety, if you can't do this in its entirety, then you want to try to build up to this. So if you can build up to this, or at least try to get into this position and try to do what I told you to do, at least trying that is going to help you eventually get into this position and do what you want to do. From here, what we're going to do is just bring our hand behind ourselves, and we're going to open this back knee up. It's called a hip hinge. Okay, so this is a trail leg hip hinge in 90-90. Same effort always applies in kin stretch and functional range conditioning. That is always utilizing as many muscle fibers as you can. The all or nothing principle, really, when performing some of these mobility drills. Really having conscious effort. Okay, now we're going to transition all the way over to the other side. So we're going to open that back knee up, straighten both those arms out front, keep this knee down. You're fighting to open this knee and keep this knee down at the same time until it just can't resist into our bear position. Okay, from bear, we'll hold here just for a second. And then we're going to transition into our 90-90 on our other side. Okay, now this might be tighter, this might be looser, might be more pain, you might get a knot, you might feel something happen. And all those things really don't make any sense, like a knot, right? So if you feel like something building up or tension, that's just neurological communication to your brain saying, hey, like, you don't typically do this, what are you doing? Or you're not ready for this, or you're not hydrated, or it could be a list of things if you're not able to do this. But if you are able to do this, that means that your hips are in good condition and you're just getting a good full body or full lower body stretch right now. You may have to work into this, okay? So just comment if you have questions, if you're not able to get into this. I'd be very concerned, and I'll try to do what I can to get you into this position or help you get those hips a little bit more mobile. So we're holding this position. Breathe and hold, chest is up. Inhale 4, exhale 8. Always making sure I'm lining myself up, getting into the best possible position, and then solidifying that position thereafter. I don't want to be moving too much, and I don't want to be talking too much. Talking for the purpose of the video, typically I'd be focusing on my breathing, as you should be now. Inhaling for 4, exhaling for 8. Now I can already feel this side has less mobility, and which means I'll have less control, and I'll have to take it easier on this side. Now I want to build this external rotation of the right hip into the capacity of my left hip. But it's funny because I want more internal rotation on my left side, and I have better internal rotation on my right side. So these are things that you'll figure out after doing these stretches and completing the daily CARS assessment in the morning. Inhale for 4, exhale for 8. Let's go ahead and press this front foot and knee into the ground. Hold here, 5%, all the way to 10%, 15 to 20%, 20 all the way to 30%, 35, 40, pressing the hands into the ground, pressing all the way to 50%. Then we're going to go from 50 to 100% of our safest and greatest effort, leaning a little bit more forward here. Once you find your 100% effort, you're going to hold there for 10 seconds. All right, 10 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now pull that foot up off the ground and knee as high as you can. A little bit higher. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly bring it down. Inhale and exhale. All right, now we're going to hold on to this foot. I'm going to pull it up here in its passive range, trying to keep that knee down. I'm going to inhale, solidify, let go, and try to see if I can keep this foot up off the ground. Okay, if you need to move in and out, again, if you need to go in that butterfly position before you do that, that's totally fine. You can always pause it whenever you need to. All right, here we go. Pulling it up. Inhale, radiate, and let go. Slowly bring it down 2 more times. One more. Now we're going to finish with that kinetic stretch and hip hinge. Looking forward, straightening the arms, or bring one hand down, lean forward and back. That's all I'm going to be able to do here. Feeling a lot A lot of feedback here. Not good feedback either. So we're going to inhale, radiate, lean forward, and come back. Here, let's go to our hip hinge. Bring our hands behind us. Open up that back knee and bring it down. Up and down. Up and down. Up. And until you can't resist it, open it all the way up to bear. Alright, so that was 90-90 front leg external rotation, pals and rats. Now we're going to go into bear position, and while we're in bear, we're going to go into our sleeper stretch, or a hip sleeper. So holding this position, we're going to internally rotate one of our knees, holding here, pressing on the outside of the knee with both hands stacked. From here, breathe, inhale 4, exhale 8, dorsiflex the feet if you need here, breathe and hold. Now if you are pushing too hard, it might cramp up and you might need to go back to that bear or butterfly position to kind of get out of that. Okay, let's go back, hold and breathe. So I have a dorsiflexion and plantar flexion. That's just to help me grip the ground a little bit better. A lot of neurological tension. If I were to press down too hard, it'll cramp up and I'll have to get out of this position. So I have to push down just enough passively where I'm feeling comfortable. If I'm feeling uncomfortable, I'll put my back against the wall. So if I can't hold myself up and I'm cramping up, I need my back against the wall here, or I need to try a different stretch. From here, I'm going to press the hands into the knee, knees into the hand at about 1 to 10%, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, utilizing all muscle fibers in the body from 50 to 100%, and then we'll hold that effort for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, press in the opposite way. Pull the knee to the ground. Lift away from the hands, holding it for 10. Actively going into internal rotation. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring the hands down. This is your newly acquired range of motion in your internal rotation. Breathe. And then you can repeat that if you don't. Not up like I just did. Let's get the other side. See, it's good and bad feedback. It's bad feedback that I can't stay in that position, but it's good knowing that I'm aware of that. So we are internal rotation, the opposite leg now. Feel a little bit better on this side. Not as much tension, more control, more mobility. But if I extremely press it down, now that's not smart either. I'll go back into that knots phase, or that phase where you feel like it's knotting up. Remember, muscles can't turn into knots. We just like to say that. So just call it neurological tension. It means so much more because it's more about your stretch reflex and your CNS than it is your actual muscles. From here, pressing the knee into the hands, hands into the knees, stacking the hands. Hands pressing on the outside of the knee, dorsiflex the opposite foot, plantar flex this foot here, 10 to 30%, 30 to 50. 50 to 100. Hold for 10 seconds once we get there. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and other way. Deeper into internal rotation. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, newly acquired range. Fighting through a cramp. Cramp, that's what I'm trying to call it. I keep saying knot, but I mean cramp. So I'm fighting through a knot or a cramp right now. Sometimes you just can't fight through it. So back into that bear or butterfly would be the way out. So from here, I'm gonna go into kneeling. Feels really good after being in a chair because your knees aren't bent more than 90 degrees and you rarely get the knees or the heels to the glutes. So what I'm going to do here is just hold this kneeling position. Just going to hold here and I'm going to put my wrist into the ground as well. So I'm going to get a plantar flexion of the ankle, flexion of the knee here, and wrist extension. Inhale 4, exhale 8. Start pressing the toes, back of the toes, and the feet into the tops of the feet into the ground, as well as my hands and palms all at the same time. 10 to 30%, 30 to 50, and then 50 to 100%. And now I'm going to pull my toes toward my glutes. Try to get my wrists off the ground, my hands off the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go back to your passive. Okay, we're going to extend the toes here, or we're going to stretch the toes here, and also put our feet in dorsiflexion. We should feel this in our Achilles tendon. Gluteus longus behind the lower limb there. Gastroc soleus. What we're going to do is we're going to go to a squat, if that's not too much, and then back to kneeling and sit down. We're just going to repeat that. Okay, if you can't get the heels down yet, that's fine. Use your hands. Push into our downward dog. What we're going to do is bring all toes off the ground except for the big toe. Press all the little toes into the ground and switch. Big toes into the ground, small toes up. Switch. Switch.
here, just press the big toe down, small toes up. And then from here, let's come back to our knees, sit back down. And we're gonna go into our frog position. So we're gonna abduct the hips, knees are bent, grip the floor with the toes and the feet. In our frog position, forearms down. Get into a comfortable position here. I don't want to have too much anterior or posterior pelvic tilt. From here, pressing the hands into the ground. Breathe and hold. Inhale 4, exhale 8. Holding in the frog position here. Inhale 4, exhale 8. Here, and start pressing the knees and feet into the ground, contracting the adductors. 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50, all the way 60, all the way up to 100% of your safest and greatest effort. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and open up and try to go further into your stretch, deeper into your stretch. Open it up. 5 seconds. Keep going. Press into the ground. 3, 2, and relax. Inhale 4, exhale 8. Here, walk those heels in, push those hands into the ground, slowly bring those knees together. A lot of stuff going on there. And then from here, we'll just clear out the knees and feet. We're going to reach underneath the thigh, foot goes out. So it can go in and it can go out. And then we're going to extend the knee, foot goes in, and then bend the knee. Out, up, in, down. Out, up, in, down, in and up, out and down. In, up, out and down, in, up, out and down. Let's just get the foot, point the toe, in and down, in and up, up and out and down, down and in and up and out and down, down and out and up and in and down and out and up and in and then down. Okay, switch. Out and up, in and down. Out, up, in, down. Out, up, in, down. In and up, out and down. In, up, out and down. In and up, out and down. Foot down, out, up, in and down. Out and up, in and down. hold here, breathe, inhale for 4, exhale for 8. If you find it better to just go like this, you can do that as well. Now you can do this plantar flex and dorsiflex, good to do both. Holding here, prone, one knee flex position, half bow, breathe, hold, inhale 4, exhale 8. Passively holding the stretch, and then we'll turn this into an active hold. What we'll do is we'll hold this position, begin with our pals. And we're going to start trying to extend the knee at 10%, 15, 20, resist it with the hand and arm, 15 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. Go 50 to 100% of your safest and greatest effort. Once you get there, hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now try to get the heel to the glute. Let go. Heel to the glute. If you cramp, that's fine. All the way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and you should have cramped. Go back to your passive stretch. Inhale 4, exhale 8. Now I'm going to let go and see if I can keep my heel to my glute. This is going to be a passive range hold. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let go and try to hold it. Utilizing all my body's energy, try to get that heel to my glute once I let go. I'm going to inhale, radiate, solidify, and then let go. I'm going to try to hold it for about 5 seconds. Two more reps. Try dorsiflexing this time. Inhale, radiate. Plantar flex. That's where I cramped up. Extend it. Switch side. I feel a lot of neurological tension in my back here, my upper right side, so this is telling you that this is also getting more, which means that I am obviously limited in my shoulder and my hip extension and my knee flexion. So I'm starting to use my back to make this position happen. I'm trying to extend my back. I'm trying not to focus on extending my back so I can lead with a posterior pelvic tilt, and that will prevent that from happening. From here, I'm going to try to fight back 5%, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, trying to extend my knee, but resisting with my hand, resisting, creating resilient tissue here, all the way to 50%, 50 to 100%. Your safest and greatest effort, hold for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, then heel to glute, heel to glute. 5, 4, 3, 2, and back to your passive stretch. Woo! Definitely cramped. All right. Now, even though you cramp or whatever, try to fight through it. Try not to be like me there. Try to fight through it. Here we go. We're going to do 3 massive range lift-offs. Now if you feel like you're gonna cramp, try to hold it. See if you can breathe or work your way through it. Here we go. Inhale, hold, solidify, let go. Two more. Inhale, solidify, let go. Last one here. Inhale, solidify, let go. While we're here, just get into our Sphinx position. Neck flexion. Neck extension. Neck flexion. Hold here. I'm gonna start pressing the back of the hand, or the back of the head into the hands into the head. 10 to 30%, no more. And then go deeper into flexion. Let go. Good. Alright, we're just gonna look up into flexion. We're gonna hold here isometrically as much as we can. Good. From here, we're gonna push our way back up, around the back, tuck the chin. Rounding the back, working on the spine here. From here, we're going to go one vertebrae at a time, starting with the low back or the sacrum, coccyx, low lumbar, to the thoracic, all the way to the cervical. Starting with the same thing, look back, go the other way. Starting with the head and neck this time. Tucking the chin. Starting to look up, retract the shoulder. Slowly bring the hips down. Lower back down, sorry. Then the hips and the glutes. Same thing, starting with the head. Go the other way. Start with the hips. Last thing the head comes up is the head, neck, and spine. Let's go the other way, start with the lower back. Good. Alright, so those were some mobility exercises you can perform after a long sit or reading session that you do. I advise doing those often, as many times as you need throughout the day if those felt really good. And subscribe, comment, and let me know what you think.